Hello, my name's Ben.
My name's Josh.
Welcome back to FPL Graduates and welcome back to another Transfer Targets video where we're going to be going through all the players we think you should need for Game Week 24 and beyond.
So coming up first off is Everton's defender, James Tarkowski. Obviously, Everton have a double game week in Game Week 25 and a nice fixture in Game Week 24. A huge fixture down at the bottom of the Premier League against Leeds at Goodison Park. Obviously, Tarkowski scored against Arsenal. He hit the post against Liverpool. Really unlucky not to get that goal. So he's providing good attacking threat, which we'd expect under a Sean Dyche team, which are always good from set pieces. What are your thoughts on that Everton defence, Ben? Is that something that you'll look to target in the upcoming weeks?
I'm tempted, because Sean Dyche traditionally is a very defensively secure manager and will make this Everton defence better. It's just how much better he can make them in the short space of time. They've never gone out and got smashed by loads of goals this season. We've seen that already. Like they've done well against the bigger teams. They've not conceded too many goals, and I think that's going to continue. And Tarkowski is a great option at 4.2 million, a certain starter. A lot of players have Nathan Patterson in their team, and I think he's probably a better asset in terms of value for money. And he's got sort of goal threat going forwards from set pieces and that sort of thing. So with the nice double game week and the sort of quite good fixtures around that and from 24 to 27, I do think Tarkowski represents good value for money. So next up, we've got a Brighton asset that may be going under a little bit of the radar. It's McAllister at 5.4 million. Obviously, they've got game week 24 and then a blank. But after that, they've got a double game week in 27 where I think we're all going to be looking at loading up on Brighton assets. His stats are looking good. They're not quite as good as a certain Matoma, but I do think at 5.4 million, again, a lot of good value there.
Yeah, obviously there's a few things to bear in mind. I think if you're going to double up on that midfield in Brighton, it's definitely a toss-up between McAllister and March. I think McAllister does offer some good value. He's on penalties, as far as we're aware, which is a massive draw. He also had 7 shots on goal against Crystal Palace in their last game out, where they drew 1-1, which is more than more than all the Crystal Palace players combined. So, he's getting into areas where he can have chances and have shots on goal, which is exactly what you want. But Brighton creates so many chances that I think you're probably going to need 2 of the Brighton attack to really stand out as a differential. So I think Matoma will become very high owned as we approach close to those double game weeks. But just look at those fixtures. I know they blank in 25, but if you look after that, they've got obviously that 26, the double in 27, and then a potential double in 29 as well. I think, triple up on Brighton in general will be definitely much wanted by many players. Estupinan as well is another great asset from Brighton. Next up, it is Mohamed Salah from Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool won 2-0 against Everton in the Merseyside derby. They looked really good, almost back to their best, should we say. A long way to go, though. I think we have to, see how they go against Newcastle away. They've also got that Real Madrid fixture before their double game week in Game Week 25. What's your thoughts on Salah and maybe Liverpool in general, Ben?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to sort of make that decision on whether Liverpool are back because Newcastle away is a tough fixture anyway this season. So Game Week 25 is going to be a few people are going to jump on Salah, I think. And I'm tempted myself with the form of De Bruyne. It looks like quite an easy move to make the most of the double game weeks that are coming up. Crystal Palace away and Wolves at home. In past seasons gone by, everyone would have had Salah and captained him for this fixture. So I do see signs of Liverpool coming back to a little bit of form, a lot of players coming back from injury, a lot of sort of more solidarity in that Liverpool team, more attacking threat going forward with the likes of Jota coming back. So I do think investing in Liverpool for the double game week is going to be a good idea. Okay, so next up, we've got João Felix from Chelsea. Obviously, he has had a controversial time since being at Stamford Bridge with a red card on his debut, but he did score last week and produced some good XG and XA within sort of the games that he's played so far. Good fixture run as well, to be honest. Obviously, lacking a little bit the doubles in the short term, but the fixtures are nice enough for you to sort of not have to worry about that. The likes of Southampton, Leeds and Everton are all at home sort of within the next 4 game weeks.
Yeah, he's been. I think Chelsea in general, they're like so close to clicking. I think it's just a matter of time before they do. Reece James and Chilwell back now as well really enhances their play. I think the system that they'll play as well. So Felix is definitely one of those guys who I'd look to bring in if I was bringing in Chelsea assets. He seems to fit the system, which is something that not many Chelsea attackers have done in their recent signings. I think we saw that against West Ham, where he can just find the space rather than the players having to find him in space. So yeah, I think it's a really good option. And like Ben alluded to, I don't even think that Tottenham fixture away is necessarily a red fixture, given their current defensive form as well. I think that's a good fixture to target as a Chelsea attacker. So yeah, really nice run of games. And if you're not so bothered by all the doubles and want someone that you know is going to play most minutes, most of the time, I think João Felix is your man. Next up is Ollie Watkins coming in at 7.1 million. Obviously scored at the Etihad last week. And he's played quite well this season, to be fair. Gone under the radar quite a bit. Obviously, Aston Villa have not been the best team to target because of their managerial situation. But now Unai Emery's come in. He's got them firing. And I think, coming up after this Arsenal game in 24, that is a very nice run of fixtures to go through. What's your thoughts on him, Ben?
Yeah, I do like Ollie Watkins as an option on FPL this season. In the last few weeks, he has actually looked very, very good. He's got returns in each of his last 3 games as well, which only makes him more appealing. Under Emery, Villa looked much improved. And like you said, Josh, the fixture run is looking quite nice as well. So I definitely think as a differential option, Ollie Watkins is a great shout. Okay, so next up, we've got Ivan Toney, and wow, the fixture run looks phenomenal for this guy. A blank in Game Week 25, yes, but the fixtures around that, including a double game week in Game Week 27, I think this guy, you've got to bring him into your team, really. He can score against anyone, as we've seen. He scored last week against Arsenal. I had him on my bench for that, but we'll move on from that. Generally, just an outstanding striker in the Premier League this season. Producing the stats, talismanic figure. There's not too much not to like about Ivan Toney for your FPL teams.
Yeah, he's a bonus points magnet as well, which is something that I think a lot of people maybe don't look at when they look at players to bring in. Players who's got like Kepa, for example, like he gets clean sheets, but then he also tends to get 3 bonus points. You can get 9 points instead of 6. It adds up over a course of the season, and this man will definitely do that for you. For me, I'm annoyed that I can't have him right now, but I will definitely have him by that game week 26. Like Ben alluded to, he just scores all the goals. Look at that, 14 goals with an XG of 13.3. He's just so clinical on penalties. There is nothing not to like.
Okay, so that rounds up our transfer targets for this week and for the next few game weeks going forwards. Let us know what you think about the transfer targets. Are there anyone that we've missed out that you may be looking to bring in? Let us know.
Yeah, and also follow us on all of our socials as usual.
And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. And as usual, I've been Ben.
I've been Josh.
And we'll see you guys
later. Have a good game week, everyone. Okay.
Okay, so next... What is it? Oh no, it is you. Oh no, stinky.